All right, it's Friday, June 17, 2022. I'm here at the Fairplex in Pomona, the LA County Fairgrounds, for the LA Roadsters show, which happens every Father's Day weekend every single year, and it's in June. It's not the Grand National Roadster show, that's in January. I don't know why, but everybody always mixes those up. This is the LA Roadsters show. Okay, got that? Okay, but there's a lot of great roadsters here to see, and there is also later cars. They have a section for later cars, and they also have a huge swap meet. In fact, I haven't been to the show in 20 years, and the swap meet was always good, but it's gotten way bigger than what it was like 20 years ago. So that's definitely going to be a treat to see. Obviously, swap meet rules will apply if there's any for sale signs, which there are in that section. And so that'll give you a taste of what's for sale. And then next week, of course, we're back out here for the Pomona swap meet. But for now, let's go get started here. All right, I'm going to start here. They actually have these in front of the Flower and Garden building, which if you ever come to the LA County Fair, it's always worth checking out because they always have beautiful garden displays in there during the fair. Just a tip for those going to the fair, but these cars on this line, I believe, are all owned by the club. Guys in the LA Roadsters club that puts on the show. So I know they had like a 32 Ford thing at the Peterson last week, but I wasn't able to go to that. I shot the Road King show instead. It was very hot that day. Today is actually pleasant. It's overcast. There's that one. I'll show you all the information there on this 33. Got a Grand National Roadster Show plaque on there. Like I said, next week we'll be back out here at Fairplex for the Pomona swap meet, which that's 7 times a year here at a different part of. It's actually over by where I parked today. I will say that like further on they have a huge tower blasting music, so when I'm near that I will have to do my short clips to avoid the YouTube copyright, which I seem to have figured that out. It does take longer to edit, but the way I do it, it actually works out. Here's the information on this 32. Tomorrow I'll be in Pasadena for the Pasadena Police Show, which is usually on Sunday on Father's Day weekend, but they moved it to Saturday for some reason. And I'll be out there with my pacer. That'll be a more low-key show, so that'll probably post midweek, maybe like around Tuesday or so, depending on when I can get this video up. The 33 will show you the owner's information. This one is for sale. Remember swap meet rules. Don't be calling on these vehicles $98,000. Don't be calling on these vehicles too far off into the future. See some cars are still rolling in here. So with the temperatures, it'll be easy to film everything here and then show you some of the vehicles in the swap meet area that are for sale. There's a Ferrari horn button. More traditional style 36. I know we've seen this one, it shows previously. The Frenchton teardrop 39 lights. Huh? This more traditional style with a pull ball shifter. So this guy came down from British Columbia. Get people coming here from all over. I remember in the old days of the show, they had all the Roadsters in this area. And if you had a later collector car, they put you kind of like outside, almost in the parking lot. I think that area just got very popular. So they kind of moved that into the main show area if you have a later car. Yeah. And they only allow up to 74 on that section. I remember years ago driving out here in my 59 Edsel that I had parking in that area. Like I said, the swap meet always had a good reputation that you could find good deals. I think that's why that expanded so much. Sunday, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't think I'm going to shoot any shows on Sunday. It's Father's Day, and I told my mother we'd go to lunch. So there are a few shows around the area that day. But I think 2 shows this weekend is enough for me. Discuss some cash with the small gauges.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
This one says it was featured in a magazine in 1981, so that's why it's got the 80s looking Stuart Warner gauges. I'm not going to try to walk across the flowers there. Give you a good look again. So definitely some 80s style gauges there. I think we're getting a little closer to the music, or they turned it up. So I'll probably be going into some shorter clips.
It's amazing, just that 1 year it looks so much better than that.
Nice little Roadster pickup that's for sale with no information. The Roadster with the flames. There's a dice shift knob there. This one's a little bit modernized. Is for sale. There's your information. Looks like he's out of Covina, not far from here. Now look at this Dodge Roadster here. This has got a 426 Super Stock in it. It's pretty damn cool. Ford Bucket T pickup. Yeah, look at everything that's going on there in this 32 Ford. Now it is for sale. There's your information. It's a 2009 America's Most Beautiful Roadster Contender for $85,000. I guess this one is currently in an online auction, so there's your URL. Have a look. We had one at the Road King show that was currently on Bring a Trailer, which I think was, that auction was ending like the following week, so it should have ended by now. Look there. I think we're good enough we can kind of freestyle it as the music is kind of low. Oh, somebody's sleeping in there. That's a surefire way to get me to not show the interior in your car if you have someone sleeping in it. So we'll just whiz our way past that. Another 32 that's for sale. All your information, you can pause it. There's a Model A that's for sale.
All right, who lost another phone?
And somebody lost their phone.
Another found phone. It wasn't even Walter this time. If I can hit 10
I guess they figured out whose phone it was.
Once again, we want. I could do that all day.
I now got the music turned up louder, so.
So who did this song?
He was pretty good.
You're close, but no. Not broke.
Put it back the way it was. Run the fan full time, but the fan is squeaking.
You're right, it does sound
It's the
like
pull.
but
You're not running it.
see, you should be listening to the Buzz Hot Rod Music Show on KQLA.
It's kind of, look at those headlights.
The other option is I put the fan operation back the way it was, run it full time. I put one new fan motor in it. Going to Pomona sent me a new one. It's $145, but it's a 3.5 hour job to get it in and out of there.
Yeah. That too this morning, something to keep awake.
Honestly, there's a switch. The thermostat control the relay. Okay, so right now the thermostat's coming in. So I don't know. I haven't. No, I'm just. I ran it up here yesterday. Yeah. I mean, clearly the fan's supposed to come on at 170, but I'm running at 210.
Did they check your ID?
Here, 2 doors.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he and I were.
This guy wants you to move over.
You know, have you experimented with taking the move over off there?
That doesn't mean anything anymore. But I have a set of keys
Oh, now someone lost their keys.
that will turn sound movers directly across from Brownies. Brownies Burgers, hot dogs.
So I just put it back the way it was.
The 32, they kind of did the patina look too. Very nice traditional rod.
Lifts for this great lift control here for everybody that can do your speakers. You want to ride the tram just around the park.
It's kind of like a 90s style rod. It's like he drove it all the way from Hawaii. That must have been fun.
And on the tram. She's hiding back there watching you all.
You know what?
It's another one that's for sale. There's another one that is for sale. There's your information.
Or buy it here. No, you can. It's an island.
There's some great cars for sale.
Very yellow. There's one from the Road Kings. We went to their show last weekend and shot that. If you haven't watched the video from that show, be sure to check it out.
Ellen University.
Side turn with batteries, so no little wrenches,
It's another T with a LS in it this time. There's a weird one. It's a small block Chevy with 8 spark plugs and flatheads on it. That's a little bit weird going on there. So you figure, pause it and you figure it out. There's one that's Hemi powered.
my brother Ray. How you? Did you bring your pickup? That's right.
And just because you wanted another Hemi powered Roadster, here you go.
I told you a long time ago, you've been fighting on that shit.
Still working our way through the Roadster section here. I think I've done about a little less than half of that, just that one section. I think I may still be a little confused by that small block Chevy with the flatheads. A couple other guys came by and they were confused as well. This little Roadster pickup has a 4-cylinder in it. Bring you around the other side. This one looks like a bit of a barn find. This one's got, it's like small block Mopar power. And you can't have too much carburation. Very traditional looking rod. Another traditional rod. This one actually is for sale. It's like it's out of Arizona. Probably pause it and read along. There's your phone number.
4
Look at that windshield there.
Once again, congratulations to the The south booth is located directly across from Route Hot Rod Pinstriping.
32 Ford is for sale. There's your information.
It's the only red one here.
Only red one here.
29.
Now it's starting to warm up. That'd be nice.
Yep, it's another Hemi-powered Roadster. Here's one with Hemi and plenty of carburation. Get a look there. Here's one that actually has a real flathead, not like the one earlier. So with an old 80s Corvette motor. This one is for sale. Looks like it's out of Orange County area. Yeah, it wasn't an issue of Rod and Custom, I guess, back in the day.
Fuel injection, small block shim, basically.
Gold powered
mini Roadster.
Roadster.
There's a 51.
Sons.
The traditional
Really?
custom Roadster.
Hey, Roger.
Is that a Spectrum booth?
What color is it?
Every time I leave it alive, I have to work one time. I'll reach out to you. I got the capacity.
And I have a set of Honda car keys that were left.
Oh, so I'm gonna pick up those keys.
drinking beer, but if anybody wants to buy me a hamburger, I'll take it.
I went down to see where Kenny was. One of my friends died as well.
Here's one that's for sale. That's all your information. Here's a DeSoto Roadster.
Steer's good.
Not gonna bother these guys. They got their seat. There's a cool Model A hot rod.
Step to the sound booth. Richard Gonzalez, please come to the sound.
Very clean 36.
Alberto Gonzalez, please come to the sound booth. Something of yours.
Another one with a Hemi in it. I think this is our first Buick powered rod today.
There's no way they checked it that close. You could be rear end.
There's one that's either 348 or 409 powered.
walking the dog, just keep on. If you don't believe me how hot that pavement is, I've got my
Just so many beautiful cars to see here. It's funny, I actually told my ex-wife I'd be here all day shooting, which it looks like I actually will be. I'm already 2 hours into shooting this video, so I know this video is going to be a little bit lengthy. There's just so much to see here.
once again happy.
Small block Ford powered.
Oh yeah, it's still good.
There's one that's a coupe and not a roadster. Big block powered. Alright, there's still a few more roadsters in the roadster section down that end, but kind of goes to the later cars down here. So we're going to start here, and we will see more roadsters down that way.
The old one on.
So I'm going to start with this
I've seen that one
first gen Econoline van, because we always have to show the vans. Matching early Chevy van, 90 series.
Great videos on YouTube.
Thanks. I know a lot of viewers here, as you can imagine. '39 Ford pickup. Clean 67 El Camino.
That fire where the people set off those fireworks for
The 67 Pontiac GTO convertible. So you got the Hurst, here's an Hurst shifter and an 8-track. I'll show you the hood. Looks like you're opening it up. Pontiac powered. There's a few roadsters mixed down with the later cars. 56 Ford pickup. So 40 Deluxe 2-door sedan. Nice Farm Fresh Model A pickup with oodles of patina. Nice 40s Ford Woody. Here's a Buick that is for sale. It looks like it was modified probably in the 80s or so. It even has a trailer. Now we're back into the Roadsters again. There's actually another section I need to get, cars that rolled in later than when I started. So I'll have to get that section, so at least we get hopefully most of the Roadsters that are at the show this year. Got another T-bucket. The SoCal Speed Shop 32 Ford Roadster, and it's for sale. Here's the information right there. There's a 36 Ford that's for sale, and you can pause it, get all the information. This one was America's Most Beautiful Roadster in '51. Of course, at the Grand National Roadster Show. Our traditional rod, powered by an early Hemi.
So you have the manual with Alaska.
I'd like to thank this manager for lips. Sizzle lip. Something we can put our speakers on and get them up in the air. California.
Yeah, I've shot about an hour of footage, and this is the first Mustang we've had in this video. Of course, it is the Roadster show. It's GT350 Fastback. This is the first Tri-5 we've had in this video as well, so said a lot of Roadsters at the Roadster show. Model A two-door sedan. New Roadster. This one's got a blower on it. It appears to be a really small block. Here's one that's for sale for $30,000, and you can pause it. Got some Hemi-powered dragsters.
Sure is. I wonder who gave me that.
I'm gonna tell you what, I'm about ready.
I'm gonna just hand this thing to you.
Here's this Model A with the 4-cylinder Cummins diesel. Alright, so now I'm getting some of the cars that rolled in later than when I started on the Roadster section.
Okay. What'd you give for him? And I said, I got both. I just can't get myself to do it.
Sounds like they're going to do some announcements, so good time to shoot some cars. Tell you what, it has become sunny since I started filming this video. Not super hot, kind of a nice breeze today. Just like perfect car show weather. Very clean custom coupe. Those like 90s style rods, complete with the Boyd's billet wheels.
Captain was for sale. Was it a 5-window? That old kind of the stocker looking.
Around this way.
Torsion B? Torsion bar? Torsion bar? Torsion bar?
Fortunately, they have the music turned a little bit down, so I think we're okay to freestyle, and hopefully I don't have to worry about getting flagged on the first upload. There's a Model A that's for sale. This one has a 283 Corvette engine. You can pause it and read all the information. Get a good look at what's going on here. In fact, there might actually be more cars out here tomorrow on Saturday, but it does get busier, so it would be harder to shoot that day. And besides, I'll be at the Pasadena show first thing in the morning.
A lot of people don't know that. Notch is on the other side, but they're the same bearing.
Still trying to get the show car section knocked out, so at least I can show some of the swap meet. Also, they have a very nice vendor area here too as well. Where you can find all sorts of things for your hot rod. I was saying this one is well worth doing as a 2-day show. Just rolling through. That's 32 of the Y block. Give you a good look at that Hemi.
But you know, I looked at, in fact, after you sent
Don't gotta worry about that.
There's Model A that's for sale for $35,000. You can pause it and look it up. 626 number, so it's pretty local. San Gabriel Valley.
I have ice in this.
1940 Ford Deluxe Coupe.
I got 50% off. They had a big black bag. I did a 50%
There's a 55 Chevy that is for sale. The LS Power. Could be yours for $129,000. There's all your information.
Donald Perry. Donald Dwayne Perry.
Very pretty custom Mercury. And if you like this sort of thing, you can check out the Santa Maria Cruising Nationals video I shot a few weeks ago. It's chock full of customs. Small block Ford Power in this coupe. Another one that's for sale. I'll show some of the cars in the non-roadster section. A lot of guys have already left for the day, as it is a 2-day event. There's still lots to see here, though. The 67 Firebird.
In 4 minutes, Pickle Fest will begin.
There's 55 Ford. I'm not sure why this one's not over in the Roadsters.
Roy Rush, please come to the center. Roy Rush. There's no waiting.
There's this coupe. So there's like a 56 Chrysler leaving. That was a 300. It's a nice car. Early 70s Trans Am 455.
Put me on the list when you're going to sell this. Thank you. I know who you are. Nice meeting you, Steve. See you. Absolutely. Right here, Ronnie.
1954 Chevrolet. Cool Mercury. Nice Ford F-100 pickup. A Chevy coupe. A 67 RS Camaro. An LS swap. This one is for sale for $67,500. There's your information. Chevy Tin Woody. This one's a 49. Could be yours for $24,000. Honestly, it's not a terrible price considering the condition. But I've seen folks at Pomona asking for ones that aren't nearly as nice. Give you a look on the inside. The 66 Impala, we've seen this at a few, this was at Pomona last time, and I think it was at the Show and Go in Riverside. And he's had it for sale for a little while, so here's the information on that one. On this 66 Impala. And I know we've seen this Caprice as well. This one was even in one of the Palm Springs auctions. I think it's been out at Pomona a couple of times for sale as well. It's a 76, so it is a smogger, which does unfortunately hurt it in California. But it's in very nice condition. He didn't have a phone number on that one.
Did you know they were going to call up the wall?
this Chevelle. This one is for sale. There's all your info. $32,000. You gotta get a better shot of the one. This one's out of Las Vegas, Nevada. It looks like 702 area code.
They're
There
going
you
a
go.
long ways. They're going clear over.
Very original 47 Ford Coupe. Used to be pretty well patinaed. There's a clean 72 Ranchero with a 351. You can't really see in there because it's tinted. A lot of the people have left already, but there's still cars to see. This is our first British sports car of the video, this Austin Healey. Ford Woody. So I was just talking to the owner of this 54 Chevy Pano, who's also named Mike. He watches the channel. I said, yeah, we'll definitely put your car in the video. And finally find an AMC, this Javelin.
You get an extra special.
This one is Mr. Miyagi's car, wax on, wax off. This two-door Chevelle wagon. There's a 39 Chevy truck that is for sale. $45,000 with a Mustang 2 front suspension. I can't remember, we might have seen this at one of the swap meets or shows before. I'm trying to draw a blank here. So I think I'm gonna go film some of the stuff on the way out in the swap meet area if there's anything notable for sale. There's a 65 Mustang that is for sale, V8 car, 65,000 miles, $32,000. I'm just warming up my swap meet skills for next week's Pomona video. This old powered European car.
Well, I only need one more until I. Oh, okay.
There's a 34 Ford for $65,000. There's a 42-door sedan that's for sale. This one is $48,500. Deposit for the information. The 33 Ford Phaeton. Oh, there's no phone number on this one. Maybe there is on that one. Nope. Well, it's for sale. 41 Studebaker. Not for sale, but cool to look at nonetheless. This 40 Merc. Here's a Roadster that's for sale. Scrambler Gasser station wagon. Nice thing they have is they have this like shuttle that'll take you around the show and back to the parking lot, which of course I didn't use, but it is one nice feature at this show. All right, that's going to wrap things up here at the Fairplex in Pomona for LA Roadsters 2022. I've been here almost 6 hours shooting this video. It does take a long time to shoot video when you have to shoot the short clips to get around the music, so that's why it takes so long. And the sun came out and it got hot. Now people are actually leaving. So this is actually a 2-day event, so they are out here tomorrow. I will be at the Pasadena Police Show tomorrow, filming a video there. I'll be there with my Pacer, and then my buddy Mike will be there with his Gremlin. So we'll have a red Pacer and a red Gremlin at that show, so that should be a lot of fun. Next week we got the Pomona Swap Meet, and we got lots of other great videos coming up for you in July. So be sure to like, subscribe, let me know what your favorite car was, and until next time, I'll be seeing you.